one of a young person came up to me and said, "Is Bill Nye your real name?" I said, "Well, it's William Nye." The student said, "Well, why did you change it?" I'm not afraid of the future. So I went to Cornell. My name is just affiliated Bill Nye. And on the stuff they get Bill Nye 77, I just want to clarify, I know many of you are looking a little surprised. Yes, it was 1977. Maybe it was 18. No, 1977. And so people say to me, "Bill, Nye, what are you doing anymore?" And this is a good question. I took a day job, and for those who have them, I don't know how you do it. Really cuts into your time. So, I am now Executive Director of Planetary Society. This is an organization started by three guys: Bruce Murray, who was the head of the Jet Propulsion Lab in the 1970s, during the disco era, for those of you who were in the tent last night. We had disco firm. We did disco firm. It was burning hot. It was rising hot. So then Lou Friedman, who was a NASA manager, and Carl Sagan. So what I did this year, I made a deal with Toshiba to help to fund our new educational effort. And along that line, we did 8 videos. And probably a few of you have seen them, but here I'll show you one. This is dispelling an old myth. Carl Sagan, as you may recall, was a big skeptic, always trying to dispel myths. And this one's about how much of your brain you use. Do we have audio? Now, they were designed to work in Times Square without audio. I'll try backing it up. You think it's going to be on out yet? Now, everybody, watch your ears, which is euphemistic. How can you watch your ears? You think? See, it's not good when they don't have confidence. Just walk up. Oh, well, it's this one. Oh, this is, I'm a mechanical engineer. I see a few classmates here. It's double A's. It's like how many layers can we provide? You ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh. You may remember this joke from a couple minutes ago. Here we go. One more. 3, 2, 1. Well, it's designed to work in Times Square. This is why I so seldom use audio. But he's asking the question, Toshiba, the Planetary Society, consider the following, which many of you may recall, and then do we only use 10% of our brains? And I'm not talking about, my old boss. This is overall. So that's Pete, the mouse. And I'm talking things over with Pete. There's a mouse's brain. It's a human brain. And then this is hilarious. This is my old boss. I discussed this with Pete briefly, and he feels that he's using his brain all the time. And the myth is that we use 10% of our brain. So apparently researchers back in the day would scoop out rabbit brains and mice brains. And probably some of you here did it. I mean, in biology, what do you call it? Life science, veterinary. And then they would find that the mouse could still run okay. So they concluded that 90% of the brain didn't do anything. This is a scan of my brain given to me by Johns Hopkins. It's a scan of my brain on a vase, a vase. It really is. And then, so then I say right now I'm moving my hands and worming furs, and then I correct myself and say forming words. That part's really funny. Then I say picture and say, that's a brain. And I show the same picture to Pete, and he's reluctant to participate. Just trying to get him to see, Pete, come on, come on. We're old friends. And so on. And look how embarrassed I am. But then he said, then I say, thank you for joining me, and I consider the following. And then I'm still trying to get Pete. See, he walked over there. That's a piece of cheese. He was very hungry. So that's sorry you couldn't hear it, but just imagine you're in Times Square and just every bit is compelling. Sorry. So let's see. Now, really, everybody, consider the following. If we had a thought experiment, wait, I'm going to press, I'm hopeful. If we had a thought experiment where you get to sit in a different seat of a major football stadium every day of your life. You have to sit in a different seat. So then you move over one seat every day, one seat. After a while you move down one seat. This is a little game. If things go pretty well for you, and you live to be 82 years old,